This is titled I'm a Believer Again. Suffering. When I did the whisper prayer at night one night, I was shown angels and demons warring against each other in the skies. And this ties into suffering because a lot of the times people who wrong you are infested with demons like a house infested with roaches. They influence their thoughts. They influence their thoughts and emotions, which thus influence the person's actions. Don't hate the person, hate the demon within them. And sometimes it's not always demons. Sometimes people got to take accountability. But when it comes to retribution and retaliation, that get back, it's not as good as you think it is. I've had thoughts of killing my father for ruining my life and abusing me in the past. But I know once I did a shabby job of disposing his body or some shit and I end up in prison, I would come to my senses. I thought it would liberate my soul by doing this, y'all. I seriously contemplated doing it. I didn't make a plan or anything, but I've had chances to get back at people, and it wasn't nearly as satisfying as I thought it would be. So when someone wrongs you, just know they're transgressing against God. That's biblical. Pray for them. And what brought me back to God? Do you know Auto-Tune? Do you know Antoine Hampton? Those news report videos where people make songs with them? It's because we're not talking just flat. Everybody's language is tonal. It has a pitch to it. And the way that auto-tuners make songs is that they find pitches within the person's voice. Your bodies make tones and pitches. There are devices that show that. Google it. The life is the composition of the human condition and God is the conductor. Kayla Jackson. We're making music. God told me his favorite chord is the seventh chord. It's a little melancholy, but it inspires hope. It's a major chord and a minor chord within it. A minor seventh at the top. You have the 1, the 3, and the 5. Just had to be a musician to understand. But yes, your body should be in harmony with itself. And the way you find the tone of your body is you sit, you align your subconscious and your conscious mind to the tone you're anticipating to hear, or you sit and you open your subconscious and your conscious mind to hearing a tone, rather, and you sit and push out a sound. Boo. That's what I just did. And you'll find throughout the day the tones changes. We're musical instruments. And this satisfies my issue with suffering on this planet, even small children, because I know God's ways are higher. This is just one of the manifestations of suffering, a song in the hearts of the suffering. There's a melody, literally, people. This is not metaphorical. We make music with our experiences. Music, tones, vibrations. We're cosmic dancers for God. And that's just one aspect. God showed me people's truest intentions when they speak, when they bond with someone. They're angels. He showed me everything that is positive here. During your darkest moments, your angels wailing out to God. During your darkest moments, your truest intentions on this life, trying to be a better person, it is not going unnoticed. God sees it. Sensitive children can see it. Psychics can see it. When you feel like you're in a completely dark place, you are never. You are never. God revealed this to me. There are angels and God and Jesus fighting on our behalf. It could be a lot worse here if it weren't for the fight. A whole lot worse. I could be in bondage. I could be in the hospital right now making this video. You could be in the hospital looking at this video. Things could be a lot worse if it weren't for the angels, which are real. I was shown that during prayer. And yes, there are other purposes for suffering besides music. I was not access to them because I get content very easy and comfortable. But I will not stop until I understand the suffering because it ain't going nowhere. It's intense. And a little, I think it's unnecessary. But this is the song of my heart. This is the song I sing. This is the pictures of my body. I think it's unnecessary. There's a believer who understands completely, and you must seek that believer who knows why we suffer. Sometimes we're being juiced. And why would you juice a child? Children used to work. Did you know that? Child labor? It's children working. Some of them are sex workers. That's just, no. But some of them work honest jobs in factories. We used to do it. We used to be coal miners. Used to be seamstresses. Kids are intelligent. Kids are easy to program. Kids are capable of anything. And it's sad that they get reduced to being a worker bee, yes. But their will to live and their zest for life and their innocence, most of all, is what carries them through. Their devotion to their mommy and daddy out of love, that childlike innocence. And not every child has that, no. Have you seen a rotten child? A child that's evil? Evil children exist. Children aren't innocent. They have them out, they're little adults. Yes, they lack in some areas, which is why you don't take advantage of them sexually, which is why you don't beat them, which is why you don't bully them, which is why you don't intimidate them and dominate them and use tactics to develop their psyches and to develop their willpower. Talk to them like a human fucking being. It's a child stronger than me. It's a child who knows why I'm suffering. It's a child who knows what I'm trying to communicate to y'all right now and can say it better than me. How about you think about your own suffering, Kayla, viewer? Do you really care about the suffering of the world? You'd be losing your mind trying to stop it. And this is an understatement here. You would be losing your fucking mind trying to stop it. Care about your own suffering, because that's what you're worried about. Why am I suffering? Because you are a songstress. You are a cosmic dancer for the Lord.